The Humane Society of Sedona is located on Shelby Drive in Sedona. Open daily from 10 to 4, they offer adoptable dogs, cats, and rabbits too. This Humane Society will host up to 1,000 animals a year. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Humane Society of Sedona online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
Well, who we have here is Jelly Belly, and as you can see, she loves the camera. She loves to have her picture taken. She's a 3-year-old Shar-Pei mix that came to us on February 11th. She was found by animal control with a shepherd, running around with a shepherd, and the shepherd's owner came in a few days and picked him up, but they said that she didn't belong to them, so she had obviously found herself a boyfriend and was just hanging out. She does get along with some dogs, but some dogs not, so dogs would have to be introduced. Cats would not be a good idea. Shar-Peis are not known to be cat-friendly. She is an easy walk. She really loves to go on her walks, and she loves to play. She plays ball. She loves to play ball. And she would be good in a household with kids as long as it wasn't a really crazy household. And she'd be good with an older couple as well, because she's not very hyper. She's pretty calm. So we're just really hoping that she gets to go to a family that would be loving her and putting their hands on her a lot, because she's really a sweet, sweet girl. So here we have one of our most gorgeous girls. She's about 4 years old. She was found running down 89A as a stray. We've named her Beyonce, and we think that she's got part Shar-Pei in her. Her face has definitely got Shar-Pei. She's got some Akita in her maybe, and some Burmese mountain dog. She's a real sweet, sweet teddy bear of a girl. And we had her eyes fixed because they were drooping, and she stayed in the home of one of our volunteers for about 3 weeks, and she got along with her two dogs perfectly. She is potty trained. She is very loving and sweet and self-contained. She's not a lot of high energy, but she would like a yard probably to run around in, because she's only about 4 years old, we're thinking, and she's a big girl. But she would make a perfect pet for somebody that wants somebody who is ready to give them a lot of attention, because she really does like to be with people. And she probably would get along with other dogs fine, as well as cats and kids. And she just really deserves to go home to somebody who wants a dog that's going to give them a lot of love.
This is Vito. He's a 3-year-old Rottweiler Shepherd mix. He's a very, very sweet boy, playful, and he likes to go on walks. He's easy to walk on the leash. He gets along with other dogs, although with all the dogs here, we do recommend that we have an introduction with another dog. He'd be suitable for pretty much any home and any sort of activity. He came from a very, very loving home, and he was surrendered because the owners had to move, and that was very sad for them and him. But he doesn't seem to have be suffering at all from the loss of his previous family, and he's moved on and he's ready for a new one. Good boy. Yeah. You are a very good boy, aren't you?
So this is one of our newer arrivals. We've named him Ryker. He came in as a stray. We believe he's a Shar-Pei hound mix, looking at his figure and his head. And he is approximately 5 years old, we're guessing. And he is one of the sweetest boys. He is so calm in his kennel. We take him up to the park and he just walks around. He's a very, very easy walk. We had him actually down at our motorcycle event with all the motorcycles, and he was as calm as a cucumber walking around. He's a very, very, very loving boy. He doesn't seem to mind other dogs, so he probably would be fine. They should be introduced, but I think he would be fine with other dogs. And cats are an unknown. We don't know about cats, but he seems to like children as well. And he just really is very, very sweet and mellow, and he would make anybody a great companion. He's not going to be a lot of high energy, and he could just go on walks with you and give you a lot of love. He's probably a big couch potato if he gets into a house, and he'd really appreciate having a really good home, and we'd really love for him to have one. So this is Kovu. Kovu is one of our high energy dogs. He's only about a year old, a little bit over a year, we think. He was a stray, and he is a male Staffordshire Terrier mix. He has a high energy level. He loves to chase balls. We take him up to our park and we fling balls to the back of the park, and he runs and gets them and comes back and drops them at your feet so you can do it again. And you could do it 50 times and he wouldn't be tired. So he's got a lot of energy, a lot of fun to play with. He also loves our kiddie pool. He loves to jump in the kiddie pool and lie down and roll around in it. So he's got a lot of fun energy with him. He'd be best as an only dog because he really doesn't like other dogs too much. So he'd probably be an only child. And he is, he's trying to get away right now. And he would not probably be good with cats. Older kids would be fine, especially those who would like to toss balls for him, because he would love that. And he really has a loving nature. I mean, once he calms down, he likes to give you a lot of kisses. But he's not been in this room before, so he's very curious. He wants to see what's behind everything. So he's checking everything out. But if you really want to, and if you had a fenced-in yard, that would be good too, because he really could use a lot of tossing. He'd not be a dog for a dog park. But he really is a sweet boy. He just needs somebody who wants to give him a lot of attention and play with him all day long, and he'll give you a lot of love back. So we're hoping you come check him out.
This is Peja. He is a 3-year-old Staffordshire Bull Terrier, very handsome. He came from a home that didn't have a good fenced yard, and he does need to run around. He needs some exercise. He's a loving boy. He bonds quickly, and he is very good on the leash, and he's a very good walker, and actually he's pretty calm. He's just not really into other dogs and probably wouldn't be great around cats or small children, but he's a people dog. So if you want a dog that's handsome and you want to take him out walking, he's the dog for you. He's got a very nice nature. Hey, mister. He's very intelligent, I think. He's a good boy.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
Red Rose Inspiration for Animals is focused on saving abused, neglected, homeless animals. Dedicated to healing and rehabilitating canines who have suffered from emotional abuse, helping them become adoptable. The Sedona Arts and Crafts shows help promote talented artists and benefit animals in need. Support the vision of building a rehab center and animal sanctuary. 928-282-5278.
Adventure Auto Glass is your locally owned auto glass replacement service with free mobile service to the Quad Cities, Sedona, and the Verde Valley. Adventure Auto Glass owner David Rittershaus is proud to support the Humane Society of Sedona and the Yavapai Humane Society with the Adventures with Animals program. Remember to mention Adventures with Animals when you call Adventure Auto Glass.
Canine Country Club is where your pets go for vacation. Whether they need a place to stay for a few weeks or just camp time at daycare, our staff will make sure every individual animal's needs are met. Need the spa treatment? Grooming at Canine Country Club makes your dog look and feel better, and they can stay the day for free. We'd be honored to take care of your animals. Come in for a guided tour today, 1461 East Cherry in Cottonwood, or call 639-1624, the Canine Country Club, where your pets go for vacation.
Well, this is one of our newer residents. His name is Borgnine. As you can see, he's a black lab mix, and he's about 6 to 8 years old. Incredible as it may seem, he was found running along I-17 as a stray and brought to us. He's a real happy, mellow guy. He loves to go on his walks. He's very easy to walk. He seems to get along with the dogs that he encounters, and he probably would be fine with cats. Most labs are. And probably older kids, because he's, he is 6 to 8, so he probably would be better with an older children. And he's very calm and mellow. As I said, he's not high energy. He'd be a great lap dog. He'd love to be a lap dog, probably, just hanging out with you. And loves water, as most labs do. And so he would be great. Probably doesn't need a fenced-in yard. He just needs to have some walks for exercise. He could stand to lose a few pounds, but he is one of the best dogs we've had, because he's very, very friendly and very sweet, and he really deserves to have a good home. And we're hoping you'll come and take a look at him. This is our Fergus. Fergus came to us on October 26th as a stray. He's a 3-year-old border collie mix. He's obviously got other stuff in him because he's larger than most border collies are. He's a high energy kind of a dog. He loves to run around and play. He would have to be introduced with other dogs. Some dogs he seems to be fine. We were walking him next to a dog yesterday and he was fine. But that would probably need an introduction. And if he was in a household with older children, just because of his high energy level and his size, that would probably be good. He settles down. He's a real attention seeker. He loves people. He loves playing with people. He loves to be petted, as you can see. And he would just be a beautiful, beautiful boy. But he would need some exercise because he is high energy. So he would have to go on some long walks and hikes. He'd be a great hiking dog, or have a fenced-in yard, and the yard should probably have a pretty high fence because he is a big dog, and he could potentially get over a lower fence. So that wouldn't be right. But he might not be good with cats, but that could be something we could introduce, and he would just be really, really, I think, sweet in a home, because I think he would settle down once he got out of the shelter here, because he really does like to please people. So we're hoping that he will get a nice home with a family or an adult situation where he would get a lot of attention and love, and he would return it in manifold
This is Pumba. She's come from an exceptionally good home. Her and her sister were brought to the shelter, and they're well fed and they are just so well socialized. Really, really gentle and mellow disposition. She is 5 years old and she is a tabby, but she does have gold highlights, which makes her very, very pretty indeed. And she was brought to us because they had too many animals. She and her sister Ellie, very, very similar, probably, possibly twins, or certainly from the same litter, and Ellie has already been adopted. But she'd be suitable for any home because she has lived with dogs, cats, and children. So this will make a really superb, she will make a really superb family pet with so much wonderful history from her previous owners. This is Molly. She is a senior kitty. She's black and white and she's very friendly. She's available at the senior adoption rate of $30. She enjoys laps and she came in with 2 other kitties who are a similar age, possibly siblings. She's the most confident of the 3 and she would probably suit any household except very young children or loud barking dogs, because she looks like she would like a very quiet life. She's a gentle, quiet girl who just likes to be cuddled.
This is one of our beauties. His name is Kruger. As you can see, he's got this gorgeous gray coat. He's a little nervous being on camera, but when you get him alone, he's a very, very loving cat. He loves to have his ears scratched, and our staff says he actually thinks he's a dog. He doesn't know he's a cat. He would be great in a home as an only cat or maybe with female cats. Male cats probably would not take to him because he's a little bit on the alpha side when it comes to being with male cats. So, but he would love to play. He's very playful and very sweet. He loves people. He loves to dance. As you can see, he dances all around. And he's just a really, really gorgeous, gorgeous boy with lovely yellow eyes and would love to have a loving home that he could go home to.
Four-month-old brindle tortoiseshell. She has absolutely beautiful markings and a beautiful face. She has got a twin sister called Salsa, and she has some other siblings too. And they were found wandering very, very remote region over by Stoneman Lake, and fortunately somebody picked them up and brought them to us. She and her siblings are available for adoption, and she is spayed and neutered. Sorry, they are neutered and she is spayed. And she would make a very, very nice pet for anybody, any sort of family. She is very playful and high energy, as you would think, typical of a kitten. So they do kind of curtain climbing routines and chasing around, and they're very, very active. So she would be very suitable for a home that would like a very active kitten or kittens playing around. I would take things very slow with any dogs in the home. Kittens can be particularly vulnerable to larger dogs who think they're toys. But other than that, I would say she'd be suitable for any home. The children in the home really must be over 4 years of age. This is Blue. He's a 1-year-old Russian Blue, hence his name. And he was found as a stray by a very nice lady who saw children stoning him with rocks. So she rescued him, brought him to the shelter, and it's very interesting because he does not appear to have any scars in his mind or body from that incident, unpleasant incident. He's actually very sweet, very mellow, and he would probably suit any sort of home. He seems very adaptable, and despite the fact that he was being ill-treated by children, I actually suspect he probably would get along with children very well, just because of his gentle demeanour. This beautiful golden tabby, short hair, is just 9 months old, but he's quite large for his age, so I think he's going to be quite a big cat, quite a large cat. He was found as a stray, and we're able to determine the age of the cats that we pick up as strays by their teeth, and he has got absolutely perfect, very young kittenish teeth, so he's obviously a very young boy. He is very playful, very high energy. He kind of gets along with other cats, but he really wants to play. He will probably do well in a household, any sort of household with other cats, but probably females would be better. Also, he would probably be okay with dogs because he's quite a big, strong boy. But introductions would have to go slowly. And yeah, he's a very nice boy. He's got these beautiful amber eyes and very, very soft fur. This is Piper. She is a 1-year-old, long hair, black kitty, but she has got a slightly white undercoat, which makes her particularly pretty. She's extremely dainty little thing and very, very talkative. She also was found as a stray and brought to us, and she's slightly skittish, but not too much. She would soon settle. I think a quiet household would probably suit her better. And she's just a very pretty, delicate little thing. And she's possibly even full grown. And she's very tiny for a full grown kitty.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Canine Country Club is where your pets go for vacation. Whether they need a place to stay for a few weeks or just camp time at daycare, our staff will make sure every individual animal's needs are met. Need the spa treatment? Grooming at Canine Country Club makes your dog look and feel better, and they can stay the day for free. We'd be honored to take care of your animals. Come in for a guided tour today, 1461 East Cherry in Cottonwood, or call 639-1624, the Canine Country Club, where your pets go for vacation.
Well, who we have here is Tommy. Tommy is this gorgeous orange and white cat that came to us about a month ago. He's about 3 years old, and he is very talkative. He likes to, when he's not scared like he is right now, he likes to talk to you, so we can have a conversation with him. He's also very sweet and loving. He loves to be held and he loves to be petted, and he is okay with, again, female cats, probably male cats. He's also a little bit of a alpha kind of a cat with males, so female cats would be fine with him, but probably not males. But he would love to just sit on your lap and roll on his back and get his belly rubbed. He's a very, very, very affectionate boy, and is also a stunning looking boy. So we're hoping you come and take a look at him and give him a chance to show you what he can do.
This is Midnight. He's a 3-year-old black male kitty. He came to us as a stray, but because of his size, he's clearly been very, very well fed. He's only been with us a short time. I think he's had very loving owners in the past, whoever they were. And I think he would make a superb family pet, probably with older children, possibly younger. He seems very mellow. He might want to be the only cat because he's a large male, and any introductions to dogs would have to be done very carefully. So these large males don't always like other animals. They can be very good with kids though, and he's going to make a very loving cat for some family. This is Zinnia. She's a 4-year-old Torby tabby. Tabby really, but you know what makes her a Torby is she's actually got these little beautiful gold bits on her fur, which kind of makes her sort of like a half tortoiseshell. And she is a really sweet girl. She's actually very popular here in the shelter. She's a little bit nervous at first, but when she gets to know you, she really does start to warm up. She is good with small dogs, and she's good with other cats. So she actually lives with another cat here in the shelter. Not one that she came in with, but one that she's kind of adopted as her partner for now. And she came as a stray to us, like so many of them do. And she would make a superb family pet. Probably a little nervous around children. But older kids and a family with small dogs and other cats would be fine.
After the break, we'll visit with the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Red Rock Precision Motors is dedicated to quality repair, service, and regular maintenance for all makes and models, foreign and domestic. Voted Best Auto Repair and Best Transmission 4 years in a row. Don't forget, trip checks are always free at Red Rock Precision Motors in Sedona. Dog visitors are always welcome.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation. reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. VertiVet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verti Veterinary Hospital.
The Adopt for Life Center for Animals is located on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 3. They offer many adoptable dogs and cats. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
This is Bogey. Bogey's about a 4-year-old pit bull mix, very, very friendly boy. He's got kind of a gruff look on his face, but underneath all that is just a wonderful, wonderful, friendly boy. He's been with us too long already. He needs to get out of here, and he can probably live in almost any environment. He's pretty easygoing, fairly laid back, not tremendously active. He likes to sniff everything. If you take him for your walks, give yourself plenty of time because he's got to check out every bush. We call it reading the daily news. And I don't know that he would need a fenced-in yard as long as you give him his daily walks. He's pretty happy, pretty easy going on that point. He'd be wonderful with kids. He just loves everybody. Other pets, you might want to do a little meet and greet kind of a thing to see how he does with them. But for the most part, he's not tremendously aggressive or interested in other dogs. He just kind of does his own thing. He just likes to go through life and just enjoy it, and you give him some attention and he'll give you some attention, and everything works out well. And he just wants to leave you with one message and says, here's looking at you. Take me home. This gorgeous golden thing is called Godzilla. Now, he doesn't like his name. He says it makes him sound mean and ornery and all that stuff, and he says, I'm just the opposite. I'm an absolute lover, and so I like to be called Zilla for short. Yeah. Zilla is a 2-year-old golden retriever mix. Zilla's been with us since about December. He was picked up here in Cottonwood running stray. He is a wonderful, wonderful, friendly dog. Very, very excitable. When you first take him out of the cage, your first 30 seconds of walk are going to be an adventure. After that, he calms right down. He doesn't pull at all. And he's just wonderful, with one small exception. Godzilla, or Zilla, does not like rabbits. And if he sees a rabbit, you better have a good hold on him because he's going to take off. I don't know if a rabbit was mean to him at Easter time or something like that, didn't give him any treats or whatever, but he just doesn't like rabbits. And I would make a guess that other farm animals like chickens and things like that is probably going to be the same way. He gets along with most other dogs. He does have a few that he puts on a scene with, and when he puts on a scene, he's big enough to put on a pretty powerful scene. But other than that, he's pretty good. I mean, I can walk past other cages with him and have other dogs pass his cage, and he's just lays there and kind of looks at them. He likes to give kisses. Yes, see, just like that. Good boy, right on command. Zilla reminds me of some of the dogs down at the dog park. There's a girl that comes down there. It's a friend called Nicole. And Nicole will come in and sit on the ground. She doesn't have dogs. She can't have dogs where she lives, but she loves the animals. So she'll come in there with treats. And the biggest, rowdiest, craziest dogs in the dog park love Nicole. And he's got kind of the same personality. If you give him treats, he's your friend forever. And we'll just let you see some of the attention he'll give you. Zilla, Zilla, hey, Zilla, treat, sit, stay, stay. Good boy. And that's Zilla. Okay, this beautiful little girl is Zen. Zen is a 5-year-old. They say pit bull mix. I don't know. Could be, maybe not. Very, very good girl, though. She is an easy walker. She must smell something on the floor right now. Come here, Zen. Let's look up. And Zen is a very calm dog once you get her out of the cage. Now, Zen has one bad habit that you need to be aware of, and that is she's a Houdini. She can climb fences. If you have a chain link fence, probably not a good idea to take Zen, because oftentimes they'll go down, get ready to walk her, and she'll be clinging to the top of the gate on the fence. She gets her back legs in there and just pushes herself right up to the top. So that's something you need to be cautious of. If you have a fenced yard and it's not a chain link, you're probably going to be all right, as long as there's nothing she can get a foothold on so that she can do her climbing routine. Yeah, you'd like to climb. Again, very good on walks, very easygoing, likes to smell a lot. So, I mean, she takes advantage of every opportunity she can get to stall the walk and make it take as long as absolutely possible. So, but she's been here since October. We need to get her a home. That's going on 6 months or so, so that's way too long for her to be here. So you think you've got room in your home for this little girl? She'd be a great family pet. She just absolutely loves everybody. Come on by, take a look at her and see if maybe she works out for you. This little guy here is Zach. Zach is a pit bull mix, probably about 2 years old. He's black and white, pretty good guy, kind of active dog, very gentle and good with people, pretty good with other dogs. You'd have to do a match to see what it's like. Zach came to us from Camp Verde. He was out wandering around with another guy named Zen, who we're going to see later. And they've been here since October, so we're pretty anxious to get some attention for them. As you see, he's very easygoing. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. And he would really do well in a yard. He's active and he needs to run. He's okay on walks, but he tends to pull a little bit at first. He seems like he's got a destination he wants to get to, and he wants to get there fast. But he's really good other than that. There's no problems with him whatsoever. Nothing special, nothing bad, just an all-around good dog looking for a home. Been here way too long. So if you think you got room in your house for this wonderful little guy, come by and take a look at him.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Adventure Auto Glass is your locally owned auto glass replacement service with free mobile service to the Quad Cities, Sedona, and the Verde Valley. Adventure Auto Glass owner David Rittershaus is proud to support the Humane Society of Sedona and the Yavapai Humane Society with the Adventures with Animals program. Remember to mention Adventures with Animals when you call Adventure Auto Glass.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
This is Casper. He's about 10, 11-month-old male, a medium-haired black kitty, very playful. He loves other cats. He's always eternally curious. He would do well in a household with other cats and or children. He would need to be introduced into dogs. He was abandoned at the shelter and would love to go home with one of you. This is Maya. She's a domestic short-haired gray, about 2 years old. She was a young mom. Her and 3 kittens were abandoned in front of the shelter. She raised those, and now it's her turn. Yes, and I can't imagine why anyone would have ever abandoned you. She can be very playful. She can also growl if you rub her ears the wrong way. She'd make a great addition as an only cat to anybody's home. This is Mr. Goobers. He's a long-haired gray tabby, 2, maybe 3 years old. Very playful. Gets along great with other cats. He was actually surrendered to the shelter by a lady who lost her home, so consequently he's looking for a home. He does well with children and would be a great addition to anybody's home.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Red Rock Precision Motors is dedicated to quality repair, service, and regular maintenance for all makes and models, foreign and domestic. Voted Best Auto Repair and Best Transmission 4 years in a row. Don't forget, trip checks are always free at Red Rock Precision Motors in Sedona. Dog visitors are always welcome.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Red Rose Inspiration for Animals is focused on saving abused, neglected, homeless animals. Dedicated to healing and rehabilitating canines who have suffered from emotional abuse, helping them become adoptable. The Sedona Arts and Crafts shows help promote talented artists and benefit animals in need. Support the vision of building a rehab center and animal sanctuary. 928-282-5278.
This is Mojo, a short-haired, black and white young tabby. He's 10, 11 months old. He was actually born here at the shelter and raised here. All of his siblings have been adopted. He does well with other cats. He would do great with children. He would need to be introduced to dogs. And as you can see, he's quite lively and
typically youngster with a short attention span. He would need to be played with. He could be a lap cat. He purrs quite loudly when he's in the mood. And again, this is Mojo, 10, 11-month-old tabby, and he would love to go home with you. This is Jeannie. She's about a year old. She came to us as a stray. She is very playful. She loves to play with balls. She will also chase a mouse, a laser mouse. She gets along well with other cats. And as you can tell, she also, when she feels like it, can be a great lap cat. And she would be just about perfect for any household that's looking for a cat that can both play and be a lap cat. This is Athena. She's about 10, 11 months old, domestic short hair. She came in as a stray, found wandering by Food City. She is highly playful. She plays until she drops. She gets along well with other cats. She's quite curious. She would do well in a household that has someone who likes to play. She loves attention, and she's waiting for just the right person to come take her home and play. And she can also purr when she chooses. This is Sweet Potato. She's female, 8, 9 months old. She came to us abandoned. Her and 2 of her siblings were found in the engine compartment of a car. Although it was a relatively bad start, she has adopted really well, and she loves playing. She loves other cats. She would do well in a household where someone could give her lots and lots of attention. And she's eternally curious. She needs to always see everything that's going on. And did I mention she also purrs up a storm? This is Flicka. She's a long-haired orange tabby. She's about 4 or 5 years old. She was a surrender at the shelter. She would do best in a quiet home. Would probably need to be an only cat, but if you're looking for someone to keep you company, to lie on the couch with you, this would be the lady right here. Once again, her name is Flicka. She's a long-haired orange tabby, and she would love to go home soon. This is Marty. He is an orange tabby, short hair, about 1.5 years old. He came to us as a stray. He is very playful. Right now he would love to get down and play with the other kitties, but he is a lover. He's very, very friendly. He will climb anywhere that he can, which is pretty much anywhere. He does well with other cats. And as you can see, he likes playing, and he is fearless, even with a mouse almost his size. This is BB. He's about 2.5 years old, came in as a stray. He's a neutered male, gray, short hair. However, one of his best features may not be readily apparent, but he has these beautiful white paws. And BB is very friendly, very easygoing. He would be equally happy to be a lap cat. He would do well in a home with other cats. He loves to play, and he's quite even-tempered. He would have to be introduced to dogs, and he would be ready to go home with you right now. This is Treaty, a short-haired black, 6-8 months old. Him and his two brothers, another short-haired black and short-haired orange, were left in front of the shelter. It's very friendly, very playful. Black cats always look clean, and their teeth are always white. And again, Treaty would love to go home and meet your family.
All animals leaving the Adopt for Life Center for Animals are given rabies vaccinations and are spayed or neutered. If the animal's not old enough, vouchers will be given to the adopted family. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood to visit with any of the animals seen on this program. More pets are waiting for new homes at the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.